Hello, hello, hello. Got him. How you guys doing today, man? I hope everybody's doing freaking fantastic. Today, this is the last one for a little while, I promise, okay? I promise. Let me get my jacket off here. I know I've done this 100 times. Well, maybe not 100, but I have made a couple videos already for YouTube, tearing down PS4s over the past. The video quality really wasn't the best, and I don't know, I already did the PlayStation 2, I did the PlayStation 3 this week. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and make a new one on the 4. So here we go, man. I have the Pro, but it's mostly the same. Alright, so I already have my top off. I mean, these things just pop right off anyways. And I already have 2 of the screws out, which there's one right here, one right here, here, and here, for your power supply brick right there. The whole thing's the power supply. The way these work is the way that they're designed is it creates a suction through the casing. So you have your case all together. Now air is supposed to come in through here, and on the right side is where, say if you're blowing a cold fan in the room pointed at your console, which I always do. For a PlayStation 4, blow it at the right side of it, because that's where the fan is and where it's sucking in the most air right there. Like so. To help keep it cooler, point a fan at them, you know? Anyways, there is also a way to turn your fan. This is for PS4, PS4 Pro, it doesn't matter. There is a brown wire connected to the fan, which you can add another wire yourself and add it into like a split the wire and run one of them into your power supply hookup. It's a certain pin that you have to plug it into, though, to unlock 12-volt fan mod, which makes your fan run max the whole entire time. So it will never get hot, but it's going to be loud. You know, it's 24/7 loud. I'm going to do it to this regardless. Not in this video, but soon I'm going to do it just for my personal, you know, I like doing that. So yeah, I'm thinking about even adding a water cooler to this thing. I have some ideas I want to do. Now I have a PS5 and I could have some fun with this bad boy now, because I still play games on this thing. I want it to last, you know, as long as possible. So, alright, anyways. I'm rambling. What you want to do is, once you have all these screws out over here, the power supply should just pull out. Your fingers, there is a pin underneath here. There's prongs on it. You don't want to shake it around. You want to move up. Because of the prongs, if you break one, it's not going to be pretty. See, there you go. Bam. That easy. Right here is the problems I was telling you about. You do not want to break them off. There's 2 of them, and they plug in right here. The wire right here we need to unplug. Be gentle with that. Never grab it by the wires itself. Always want to grab it by the little plastic thingy here. No, my camera sucks. I'm sorry. It don't have good focus. Really wish I can get a new one. Anyways, put the power supply aside. All right, get me a drink of my tea. Yeah, I'm ballsy, right? Holding a glass of tea over this, huh? That is something I would not advise you do. Okay. I'm back here. Now you see this right here. This is where the fan blows through. This is on a regular PS4 as well. They all work the same. Air comes in here, right? Pushes through into your power supply and out the back. You see the little holes right there? That's where air comes out and goes through them vents. Because right underneath these vents is your APU. And the colder that you can get this cooling block, the colder your whole system is going to be, and it's going to, you know, get better performance. Okay, so now, man, the Pro is so much easier and funner to get into. I actually have that a little bit bent. Okay, we fixed it. Be real careful with them things there, little boogers. I'm gonna do me a quick little... It's already pretty clean because I've taken it apart recently. But, you know, just do a little brush. I have a little anti-static brush here. Just brush the little vents off and wherever, you know. Oh, I need to get my hard drive out of here too, which pulls right out the back of these things pretty easily. There's usually a screw right here though. You have to undo the screw first. Okay. Well, prove me wrong then. Gotta get it a good little... There we go. Here's the hard drive I have inside this bad boy, in case anybody wonders. It's actually not a hard drive. It's a it's an SSD, which is way, way better. This, what's that, an 860 EVO Samsung Nano SSD, 1 terabyte. Really nice, man. Really, really nice. So much. It'll make your system run twice as fast. I mean, the loading times are literally cut down a good bit as well. But these consoles don't get the full performance because they don't have the power to push these completely enough to get like the PS5 performance. You're not going to see anything like that, but you will see way better load times, and just it's going to be amazing all around. Definitely worth grabbing an SSD. You need a 1.5 SATA. All right, put that aside. Flip this baby over. Yeah, I had these on the bottom of mine just to kind of get it off of whatever it's sitting on, you know. I don't like them sitting flat. What I like, it helps, is making like little stands on it to where air can flow underneath it as well. That also helps because your APU is right here. So, you know, you want to do everything you can to keep them nice and cool. Alright, this just literally pulls right out of here. There's usually a screw here, though. A screw there. You take them out, then this thing just pulls apart, basically. I have to use both my hands here. Okay, it's proving me wrong. Make a turd out of me, will you? There we go. Give it a little push forward. They're a pain in the butt, the bottoms are. And wham bam. There we have this beautiful looking casing right here. It's almost like beautifully clean. So I already took it apart like a week or two ago just to do a little spring clean, so it's not really too dirty right now. Guess I'm just taking it apart for purposes of this video. And we have a couple screws to take out, which I never put mine all back in. There's certain ones you need and some of them that are just there, you know, to be a pain in the butt. So there's a ton of them around these things just to hold the casing nice and tight and secure. But you will need a T9. I know my camera sucks, but you see the little hole at the end of this? It's a special security bit. But that is what you will need. Oh wait, this is okay, not a T9. That was for the top of it. So there's two different kinds apparently. Maybe a T7, let's see. No, it's still a little too big. A T6? Very odd. Yeah, I think it's a T6. Okay, let's put that on here. Okay, this one's too small. What do I must have different screws in weird places here. Maybe I probably pulled them from another console and got them mixed up or something, but most of the time they're all the same. Interesting. There's a 7. Try the 8. I think that's too big. Oh my goodness, I am so retarded. I am sorry. This is actually a small Phillips head. Yeah, this is definitely a Phillips head. Well, I feel like a dum-dum because usually maybe I put like different freaking screws in this thing or something. I'm not sure what I did, but yeah. It's definitely different screws. Okay. I must have did that by accident when I put it back together or something. All right, we just want to get these out. Yeah, it's definitely a little tiny Phillips head. Usually there's like a T7 or T9 tip that you need. Like I said, I must have mixed the screws around or something. You're right, there's different screws. Yeah, I've definitely mixed all the screws up on this thing. But you know, it's okay. It works. It still holds it, so that's all that matters, really, you know? All right, we got them few out right there. Okay, we're still missing ones. Oh, okay, I think I see it here. I think that's one of the different ones. Let's see here. Ah, there it is. It's another different Phillips head. Beautiful. All right, then right here you have your Bluetooth, your Wi-Fi wires. So you want to unplug them. They just pull right off the board. These little things here. One's Bluetooth. You got your Wi-Fi, and honestly not positive what the other one is. I forgot. And you have a couple ribbon cables you're gonna have to take off here in a second. There we go. Just pull up on that. Pull out. There we go. There is the shell. Still nice and pretty clean. And there it is. The moment we've been waiting for. Here's the heatsink area down under here. And here's your little RAM, which I have little, you should replace these when you take it apart. But I'm honestly not too worried about it. They'll be fine. I have some special ones that I'd put on there to keep the RAM cooler. Another little modification you can do if you ever take it apart to clean it, whatnot. It's pretty cool. Got a little fan wire right here. That's where the fan hooks up. Some ribbon cables right here you want to gently undo. Bam. This one, is it pull? Yep, it pulls up. There we go. Now we want to unscrew this. This is what holds the APU nice and secure to the heatsink. You don't want it too tight though, or it could cause issues. And this should just pull right out. Bam. Oh, we have a couple cables here I missed. Whoopsie. Undo them before we break them. There we go. This also just pulls right up. And if we flip it over, there is the APU. Right there. Ain't she beautiful? Still has... actually, I think I ended up putting that a little too tight when I put it back together last time, because you see, it's a fresh coat, but it's all to the side right there. And it's not really in the center, it's all mashed out to the side. That means that it was squished down maybe a little too hard from this. And yeah, so we're gonna have to take this off of there, and it's okay, I can redo it. I have more thermal pasta. Alrighty. I have a couple Q-tips. I have some TM30 thermal paste, which is pretty good, man. I like it. It's not, I mean, it's not the best you can get, but it works pretty good for, I have it on my PC, I have it on the PS4, and I never have any overheating issues or temperature problems on any of them, so it's fine. You could literally get this stuff for like $10 at a Best Buy or something. Amazon, probably a little cheaper. And like I said, there is better ones, but I like the Corsair stuff. It's pretty decent. It works, you know. All right. So I want to take a Q-tip. Get this off of here. Kind of spin it when I rub it on there. Kind of catch it all, you know. Honestly, that thermal paste is still good too. Yeah, that's okay though. We have more. It's not a big problem. Still wet and usable. Ah, all right. Get another one. Now, if you're using kind that has thermal conductivity, you do not want to get it on everything else because you will cause big problems. Shorts and all kinds of stuff you do not want, and then it won't be good. So I use non-conductive thermal paste. Just what I prefer. Some of the really good paste out there is you know, very thermal conductive, and you have to be careful with some of them. All right, let's get another Q-tip for some rubbing alcohol. Beautiful. Put a little bit on my Q-tip here, so we can get a good little clean of it right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's beautiful. So I don't have it completely off of the area, but not gonna hurt it. It'll be fine. It will be okay. If anything, it might help keep him cool, right? All right. Nice and shiny. Now I will reapply some more. This is important. If you reapply thermal paste, you do not want to put too much, and you don't want to put not enough, obviously, or you will have heating issues. Rule of thumb is the size of a pea. Like a pea, you know? Right in the center is the standard way to do it. There's other ways you can do it. This is how I usually do it as well. Just want to take it, put it right in the center, squeeze down. Okay, let's set this down and do it. Beautiful. I still have plenty left as well. There we go. That's about a pea size. Eh, that's what you want. It looks like a lot because of the way it's like shining on it and all, but it's about the size of a pea. And that should be perfect. Now I want to get the other stuff off of the heat sink here. That's not really gonna hurt it, but yeah. All right. There you have it. Oh, I guess I could. Hold on. I could show you inside the fan. So with that, we should be able to just simply pull this up and out. I don't think anything else is attached. Yeah, just like so. And that pulls out. And here it is. Here is the heat sink, your fans, and there is a little bit of copper inside here. I'm not sure if the standard PS4s have the copper in them, but it's copper coated, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. So you could see through there. That's what you want. You want to be able to see through it. That means it's not clogged up. It's good to go. Plenty of airflow will get through that, which is nice. That's what you want. Just doing a quick little, you know, just in case. You never know. And beautiful. Here's the fan. Oh, you can't see it. Sorry. Yeah, there she is. Actually, I will go ahead and take that apart as well, just to show you. There's just a couple screws on the fan thing right here. Couple little Phillips head screws. And it pulls right out like so. There it is. Now look how tiny this is. Ain't it tiny? Like compared to the PS3 fan that I showed you, the thing was like massive. Why is that not inside of these PS4s? That I don't get, but hey. This makes it to where you can take them out, you know, get a good clean and whatnot. And your little blades, you don't... That's very important to keep your fan blades clean. Because if they get caked with dust, it's going to slow the velocity of the air down, and therefore you will not have good cooling temperatures that you want. It will affect your performance and could cause overheating as well. You always want to keep it clean. Always, always. Very important. Can't stress how important a fan is of being clean, you know. Yeah, mine's pretty freaking clean, man. I don't think it can get no cleaner than this. There we go. We just put that back in. However it went in. There we go. Little screws back in. So as usual, I am going, actually, you know what? I will put it back together to a certain degree just to show you so that you know how to put the most important part back together after repasting it. Very, very important. If you put it together wrong, then it's not going to be pretty at all, I'm afraid. More than likely, you'll be taking it back apart, and it'll be a whole mess. You don't want that. There we go. I got my fan back in. It's nice and tight in there. You don't want that loose at all. Alright, now we want to put our heatsink back in. Got to put it in there like so and push down. Now it can be a pain in the butt sometimes to get everything, you know, the little tiny wires, you want them, they're routed in here certain ways. And it can be a pain. That's all I'm saying. You want to make sure you have your wires through there right. Perfect. This should be under here. So okay, we'll leave it like that. All right. Now we're gonna put it back together. This part, you want to gently turn it over. And you want to gently line your back end up here first. And then make sure you don't have your wires in the way. Loop them to where they need to go. See, these old ribbon cables can be a pain in the butt putting it back together, but it's not too big of a deal here. There we go. You just want to slowly push down on it, or just kind of drop it down slowly. Like so. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And that's how you do that. And this, you want to make sure you put this back on. And this, you want to make sure that when you put it on, you do not want to force crap. You do not want to forcefully screw it down. You will feel it. It will get to a certain point to where it will just automatically stop screwing in anymore. And that's when you stop. Like so here. There it went. It stopped. Do the same thing to the other screw. And it stopped. Perfect. You do not want to screw past it. Big no-no, or you'll end up like my thermal paste was, and it was pushed out and squashed out to the sides. Whoops. And you won't get as good of cooling. Yeah, I don't want it to be too tight. It's got to be perfect. You don't want it to be too loose either. All right, that should work. There we go. Well, I'm going to leave it here now. The rest, all you have to literally do is make sure you plug all your ribbon cables back in to where they're supposed to go. Actually, I messed up because I'm supposed to plug in the Wi-Fi wire underneath here, which I did not do. So now I have to take it apart again and connect my wires in there. See, that's what I told you a minute ago. You have to make sure that you get the wires right the first time, or you'll be taking it back apart. Oh, I'm glad I noticed it now. No big deal. It's okay for me. Well, guys, I hope that you learned something from this, and I hope it's a better video than the other ones I've made in the past. You know, better quality at least. And yeah, it's not real hard. That's all you have to do if you want to repaste your PS4. So let me know if you know, this helps you guys, and if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. And that's it. Take it easy, you legends.